instance, you're with Keller Williams or Remax or whatever, so you got some costs there, but you live a nice lifestyle, Elizabeth, don't you?
I spend a lot in advertising.
I know you do. Hey, I got your Facebook open. Don't forget. Newport Beach, La Jolla, right? Yeah, creeper. No, you live a good life. Hey, and you work hard. I guarantee you put in 50, 60, 70 hours a week. You work hard. Here's the great news. Everything you're doing right now, your dream come true, we've put together. So you can take your database. So your database, how many past clients and prospects do you have in your database?
1,800.
How many, I'm sorry? 1,800. I'm just going to round up and call it 2,000. 2,000 with the system we have, you're going to drip on them 60 times over the next 2 years. That's 120,000 touch points.
And I don't have to do anything?
Put them in the system. You or your assistant, enter them in the system. We'll send you, Ben and I will follow up and send you a couple of copies of the reports that are going to be dripped out on them. They are extremely impressive. You've been in the business for 10 years. You close 100 transactions a year. Elizabeth, you've been there, done it, seen it, you know everything. And that's great news, because when you look at everything we have, you're going to wonder why it doesn't exist already, why it's not out there.
Jim?
It's going to blow you away. Yep.
Will it tell me everything that the system drips out? Does it tell me everything that they open?
Yes, exactly. And you know, I'm not going to bore you with that right now. Your time is valuable. My time's valuable. Last thing you want to be doing is sitting on the phone with me an hour and a half from now and me puking all over you. You've been around the block. You know people. You know how things work. You want sound bites. So if you go to the website, you watch the 3, 4, 5-minute videos, click on that. It'll tell you the whole story of what this is, how it works, what it does, and how it's going to work out for you. Because that's all that matters. Who cares about Ben and I? This is about you. It's about you and your prospects and your lifestyle and your husband and your 3 kids and getting you back to La Jolla and laying on the beach because you work hard. So this system will follow up. If you do the math, I'm pretty good. I don't even have a calculator handy. 2,000 past clients and prospects, dripped on them 60 times. That's 120,000 touches. You need an army of assistants that you hire. Couldn't do that. But yes, the answer to your question, all of the downloads, you can just go to meetbretttannerdemo.com. Either Ben will send that to you, I'll send it to you. You can download all 20 reports. It's 487 pages. Make note, Elizabeth, the first 4 pages after the cover sheet have your picture, contact information. It'll blow you out of the water. But I'm not here to puke all this information all over you. It'll blow you out of the water. Again, you'll see something you never imagined existed, but when you see it, you're going to scratch your head and wonder, why didn't somebody create this a long time ago? And I think Ben already told you, I used this exact same technology 15 years ago. I spent $30,000 to make $8 million. The return on that is off the charts. So if you look at the whole system from top to bottom, it's going to blow you away. Absolutely impress the guts out of you. So what you have is an online presence. We've got multimedia business cards, but I'd rather you see that story online than me try to explain it to you. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words. If a picture's worth 1,000 words, what's a video with somebody telling you all about it worth? It's got to be worth 10,000 words. So take a peek at those videos. Sounds like you're impressed already. And if you've got more questions, fire them at me. Or I'd just like you to look at all that content. It'll save you and I a lot of time.
Okay.
Jim, what I like, Elizabeth, I know that you're busy right now, and Jim actually has another call he has to get on next. We have tons of agents across the country that Jim has to speak with daily. Could you go watch some more of the videos for me and maybe download some of those touch points and the free reports? And then I'd like to send you a multimedia business card. It's Brett Tanner's, but just for an example of what we do. Can I send that out overnight tonight to you?
Absolutely. That would be, if I would buy this, that would be me. Myself.
Right. That's what I want you to see. It'll be your picture. I want you to start imagining everything on Brett Tanner's website. Every time you see his picture, you see his name, it's going to be you. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to overnight a multimedia business card to you. Take a look at this with your team as well. Get their opinions and feedback, because this is going to be all of your guys' pictures if you choose on there as a team. And then I'm going to follow up with you guys in a couple days. Is that a deal? Jim and I will follow up with you if need be. Is that a deal? Okay, very good. Jim?
Excellent. Well, hey, Elizabeth, thank you so much for your time. Statistics prove you're going to remember the last 30 seconds of what I say right now. So I will tell you this in 30 seconds or less. This system is an entire prospecting system, follow-up system, and closing system. It'll do everything for you. Eat your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So if that is of interest to you and you want to get to 150 closings a year or 200 closings a year with maybe less work, entire prospecting system, follow-up system, and closing system, all done for you. You're not going to be buried. Your staff's not going to be buried. So take a good hard look at it. Ben and I look forward to having you come on board and having you be one of our success stories. So looking forward to working with you.
All right, thank you so much, Jim.
Thank
Elizabeth,
you.
anything else? All right, Elizabeth, have a great day. I'll be talking in a couple of days. And look in the mail tomorrow for FedEx coming through.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Good job. Good job.
Very important. I gotta say this right now, Jim. What did I not do? And did chime in finally at the end. What did I not do?
Ask for the sale.
I didn't speak.
You didn't talk over me.
I didn't speak. Didn't speak. When Jim's on the phone or Chuck's on the phone, or if you get Steven, if Steven we're so busy, Steven has to jump on board for good stuff. We don't talk. Let Jim do his thing. At the end there, where I was getting to, because I was kind of timing it. She said 10 minutes. We're getting close to that 5,
Yep.
6, 7 minutes. That's where I was like, all right, cool. This, tie it all together, re-edify, let him close it. And we weren't asking for the sale yet. You guys, I hope you really understand this. Maybe I'm wrong. Most of us are going to have at least 3 to 4 conversations before it closes. Now, with financial planners, how many conversations generally?
If out of the ones
So that's a whole different analytical person.
Yeah, out of the ones that closed, I would say half of them closed right on the spot.
Okay.
The other ones, it's probably
Much more.
3, 4. But as soon as you add another decision maker, it complicates things and makes things so challenging. You got to really rein them in and hold them to.
So were you worried about the team thing that I said? We're talking to the team and that all the, I like sugarcoating it where it's going to be all of your pictures if you choose on there as your team.
Yeah.
Is it real estate agents again a little bit different than financial planners, I think? What do you guys think about that?
Yeah.
I mean, I think they like selling their team. They sell their team all day long.
Well,
No.
but if you're the,
No.
if I,
They sell the
if it's
team,
my-
but not the
yeah.
picture of the team.
Well, that's
The
like
team's
Brett
gonna
Tanner
change.
again. He has the team. I'm talking about the ladies that have the 2 girls, 2-lady team that's on Homes and Land,
Some of
selling
them
Karen
do.
and Jess together. You know, and stuff
Well,
like that.
you're gonna know that because you're gonna.
Right, we're already gonna know that.
Right, but if it's truly someone like Brett
Your
who
team.
is just.
Right, that's a whole
who is just
different. I
someone
wouldn't
up
throw that
here
out
and
there.
they're- Yeah. and-
So I heard a team of 3, which still doesn't mean that. But I know people that they throw their teammates all up on their pictures and their advertising too. It all depends on the team, and we would know that. But my whole thing there is don't speak over them. But generally, I mean, because you didn't go after the money close right there. She watched a couple videos. I talked to her again. I fact found it where she was further interested in that. Can I please have you speak to one of our executive VPs, one of the founders of the Alternate Real Estate System? Put that together. Now we send some more stuff. The third talk is close, in my opinion.
So wait, I would have went for the close, but it's sonar. So I was pinging off of her. When she said she had 10 minutes, I know I'm not going to try to close in 10 minutes. I'm going to blow somebody out of the water for you. So I'm not bad analogy, but I'm not going into the bar drunk and asking somebody if they want to go home and make a baby and maybe get married, right? Because I can do that in 10 minutes, but I can't find my wife in 10 minutes.
Right.
So when she said I've got 10 minutes, I know that was a bad analogy, but you know what I mean? Don't try to hit a home run if.
Same analogy.
Yeah, don't. I had 10 minutes, right? I pinged off of that. It's like a dolphin has sonar. I'm listening to every word and feeding off that. If I try to close her, it's going to be 30 to 40 minutes. So I know I'm not going to do that. So why not just get her really excited, get her amped up, move her along, and go with that? So
I got a really important question.
Yes, sir.
So, at what point, how often do you think price is not going to come up? Okay, it sounds really cool.
Yeah.
I like the 5 minutes of videos I saw.
Yeah.
What's it cost?
Price
The
is,
bottom line.
Price is always going to come up, and I was going to throw that meatball question to
Right.
myself. So there's about 10
I kept
different.
waiting.
There's about 10 different ways to answer it. Some of you have seen the Q&A. That thing's still in process. By the time it's launched, you will have all the Q&A done. I keep working on adding to it. So price. So fire it at me. How much is this thing, or is it too much cost? And I come back again. I'll have 3, 4, 5 different answers for you. One of them is, say, Al, I promise you this. Price is a function of value, right? So you're wondering if you can afford to pay for it, or if you're willing to pay for it, and is it going to pay off for you? Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Right? So it's a matter of writing the check up front. Am I willing to part with these hard-earned after-tax dollars? And then am I going to get my money back? So it's a value question, really, not a price question. I don't mean to sound funny or distract you, but it's a value question. I will tell you this. Me personally, I think it's mathematically impossible for you to get this system, get 1,000 multimedia business cards, put our 40 links all over your social media, and that we give all that to you, blast it out there, put all your past and current clients and prospects into our system and drip on them a year from now, and not have made a many multiplication of how much you paid for this system, right? So I'm going to tell you the price in a second. It may shock you, it may not. Some people, oh my gosh, that's a fortune. Some people, are you kidding me? Jim, all this buildup, and I'm going to buy this whole system that would cost me $250,000 to make, at least, or $1 million if I ever got it done, and you're willing to sell it for that? You're a moron. Let's go. You know, so it depends. It all depends on where you're at. But value, again, you have 2,000 or 1,200 people in your system. It's going to touch them 60 times. You've got 1,000 multimedia business cards that look like an iPad you're passing out. This thing will make, and here's the fun part, I back up all this big talk. We do as a company, if a year from now, and you've given out all 1,000 multimedia business cards, you put your database in there, you leaked on and dripped on them, we guarantee it's success. A year from now, you say, Jim, I haven't made my 20 grand back, so there's your price, there's the answer to your question. I haven't made my 20 grand back. Excellent, Al. We don't want mad clients. We don't want unhappy clients. I think it's mathematically impossible. In fact, I'm a client myself. 24 years I've been doing business with this company. That's why I decided to go on board. I bought 2 sets of multimedia business cards. I own a mortgage and real estate company. I made $8 million on my $30,000 investment. I don't know what you'll make. I don't know how hard you're working. I don't know the size of your database. But I know it's mathematically impossible